Hello everybody, welcome back. This is a video that I was frankly just trying to think of video ideas to put out there, and I did a series with my buddy Rich Strickler with the Rich Strickler channel. I encourage you all to go subscribe to him, say hello to Rich. Rich, thinking about you, man. Rich and I guess a year or so ago, did a Tom Petty series on his channel where we ranked the albums and talked about the songs on the albums and like all this stuff. We did a lot of Tom Petty videos is what I'm saying. And ranked Tom Petty studio albums, including his 2 albums with Mudcrutch, his offshoot band, or I guess his prequel band to the Heartbreakers that he formed down in Florida. And we had a lot of fun with it. Now, I did a ranking of Petty's videos on this channel about 3 years ago, maybe 4. And I think it's time to bring it back. I think it's time for me to re-rank it. I didn't watch the video. I didn't look at any old list. I just decided, why not do this? And, you know, when you don't have an idea for a video, the best thing you can do is to rank something. And people like that kind of thing. So I have here Petty's studio catalog. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 albums. So that would be 3 solo albums with Full Moon Fever, Wildflowers, and Highway Companion. Mudcrutch with Mudcrutch self-titled, and then the album 2. And then you have the Heartbreakers records. I'm not doing Traveling Wilburys, even though Petty is a key person in that band. It's not predominantly Tom Petty songs, and therefore does not count. So all I have to say, let me jump into it. I'm using CDs because records are too hard to pull, and I don't own all these on vinyl. So from 1987, I'm going to go with Let Me Up, I've Had Enough. I know this was my last pick in the series I did with Rich, so this hasn't changed. Just a very, I will say for people that don't know me, Tom Petty, in my opinion, is the only artist that I like that has a perfect catalog of released material. Petty was known to be great at putting a lot of thought into his demos and into the songwriting so that he wasn't coming in with clunkers. Now, you might disagree with some things. You might say, you know, oh, but what about the song, you know, Zombie Zoo from Full Moon Fever? In my opinion, all the Tom Petty songs that have been released are good songs. All of them that have been released are at least 3 out of 5 and higher. So keep that in mind. But I'm going to go with 1987's Let Me Up, I've Had Enough. This is the most 80s of the Tom Petty catalog. It did have a moderate MTV hit with Jammin' Me. And then the second track on here, Runaway Trains, which I know is a favorite of my dad. It's a little too 80s for me. Again, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers here. It's the album that he put out just before releasing Full Moon Fever. So you can definitely see the stylistic change in just the 2 years between this album and Full Moon Fever. But it's got some good songs on there. The song It'll All Work Out is one of his prettiest ballads. But again, some clunkers in terms of the Petty catalog. He was also touring with Bob Dylan at this time and was very busy. So Let Me Up, I've Had Enough. Next, this is going to be an album I don't pull that much from my collection, and that's going to be Echo from 99. So this is the Heartbreakers kind of falling apart. Their longtime bassist, Howie Epstein, was really going through drug problems. He didn't even show up for the photo session. You just had 4 of the Heartbreakers here. Petty himself was going through a divorce and a secret addiction himself, which didn't come out for many years. And I know for a long time, Petty didn't even like the songs on here. I think it was not until the last tour he was actually singing the song Swingin' from this album, which he hadn't really been performing songs from the record since the tour. It just made him sad. And I think he was gaining a new appreciation for this album before he passed. But there are some good songs on here. The song Room at the Top is one that you might know. Free Girl Now is kind of a cool rockin' tune. Again, I mentioned Swingin'. Echo is just a gorgeous tune. Billy the Kid is a good song. He sings I Went Down Hard like Billy the Kid. I Don't Want to Fight is the only Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song that has lead vocals not by Tom Petty. It's by Mike Campbell, who now is doing his own thing with the Dirty Knobs. But Echo, I need to move this along. Next, another black and white cover here, The Last DJ. This is kind of a concept album loosely, and then it kind of peters off and becomes just a standard collection of songs. This was Tom Petty kind of going against the record business. Songs like Joe, Last DJ, Money Becomes King, Like a Diamond. But there's some gorgeous songs on here. The Man Who Loves Women is kind of a funny little tune. Have Love Will Travel, again, another really pretty Tom Petty ballad. Money Becomes King is a fun song. Well, fun song. It's a song about, essentially, you start off seeing this person that you like in a bar or band playing for pennies, and then you see the same songs in this arena where you're paying, $20 for a beer. So, The Last DJ by Tom Petty from 2002. Again, another latter day album by Tom Petty. This is Mojo. This was kind of the return of the Heartbreakers, and they officially signed on with their original bassist, Ron Blair there, who took over for Howie Epstein, who had passed away several years prior. But I think it's also the first official album with Steve Ferroni, technically, as a full Heartbreaker, who obviously took over for Stan Lynch. This is a blues album. A lot of people like this. I know my buddy Gary over at Physical Format's a big fan of this. I think Rich Strickler's a big fan of this. I am too, and it's actually grown on me. This used to be my least favorite album, and the fact that it's moved itself ahead of a few of those other ones is quite remarkable. But again, it's a long album. It's 15 tracks, kind of jammy, kind of bluesy, rockin' tunes on there like I Should Have Known It, Running Man's Bible. Cool little kind of reggae tune, Don't Pull Me Over. Good Enough is this like really heavy guitar song. I think when I saw Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs, they played that. But Mojo. All right, gonna go to an early one here. This is the second album, You're Gonna Get It, from 1978 with Tom Petty and the original Heartbreakers. There's some really good singles on here. I mean, you take the songs I Need to Know, Listen to Her Heart, fantastic 1-2 punch. Listen to Her Heart is a contender for top 5 or 6 Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song. Again, good stuff on here. Some stuff that maybe not that's not necessarily memorable, like the song Restless. The opening track, When the Night Comes, is kind of a cool number. Magnolia's kind of a creepy sounding tune. I like it a lot. Too Much Ain't Enough has this great kind of almost like Bo Diddley rockin' style to it. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Just not one of my tops. Next, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 13. The second of the 2 Mudcrutch albums and the last Tom Petty album, really. This was put out in 2016. So, wow, that's 10 years old. That's incredible. Mudcrutch 2. Again, you got Tom Petty, Ben Montench, and Mike Campbell of the Heartbreakers. You've also got Randall Marsh on the drums and Tom Ledden on a bunch of other instruments. Southern rock, not really, but closer to Southern rock than maybe Heartbreakers tunes. But still really much, still very much a Tom Petty record. The song Trailer dates back to the Southern Accents album. You've got Beautiful Ballad, Beautiful Blue is what it's called, which is a longer tune. All the guys from Mudcrutch sing at least one song on here, but the 2 standout tracks on here and great closers to Petty's career. I Forgive It All closes out side A. Gorgeous tune, just about forgiving old lovers, forgiving people that wronged him. I think part of it is related to his father. Fantastic. And then you listen to the song, the final track on here, Hungry No More. What an end to a career. Just one of his best tunes, period. Check that song out, if anything else. Hungry No More. But Mudcrutch 2. Next, going back a little bit again, this is from 1982, Long After Dark. Last year, this got the deluxe treatment. We also got the documentary Heartbreakers Beach Party. That was one of the earliest Cameron Crowe projects. He was still working at Rolling Stone at that time. Good stuff on here. Change of Heart was one of the big hits. You Got Lucky, again, kind of dipping his toe into 80s production. But most of it is straight ahead Tom Petty. The song Straight Into Darkness is just absolutely fantastic. Probably my favorite on the album. A Wasted Life is cool. Finding Out is great. It's got the kind of early Howie Epstein vocals. And yeah, this is the first official full-length album with Howie on the bass. So, Long After Dark. Next, this was the first, and I guess, yeah, this is the first Tom Petty album I bought new when it came out. This is from 2014. Ended up being the last Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers album. Hypnotic Eye. Again, fantastic. You've got the same lineup as Mojo with Ron Blair and Steve Ferroni. Kind of a mix of Heartbreakers rock tunes from the 70s mixed with a little bit of the bluesy stuff from Mojo. So it's kind of a cool sounding record. It's well produced. Check out the song. Where is it? Fault Lines is fantastic. American Dream Plan B. Very topical song these days. Forgotten Man is just a classic Tom Petty rocker. Yeah, just fantastic. Hypnotic Eye. Next, we're going to go with the debut, the self-titled Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Again, this has Breakdown. This has American Girl on it. It's got one of my favorite songs on here called Mystery Man. Fantastic kind of country style ballad. It's so good. Rockin' Around With You, that was the first song that Mike Campbell played when I saw him. It's the opening song of the Tom Petty and the Heartbreaker catalog. Just this great, fantastic, fast rock song. It's great. Petty Had an Attitude. Love that cover. Self-titled. All right, we're getting close, folks, to the top of the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is number 9, so we're in the top 10. A lot of people's favorites. This is Dan the Torpedoes. For me, the reason this always ranks lower than a lot of people, I was not around when this album came out. I grew up with the greatest hits, and I listened to the greatest hits a lot, so a lot of those songs were taken out of context from the record. So, I mean, there are songs on here that I've heard so much. Refugee, Here Comes My Girl, Even the Losers, Don't Do Me Like That, Shadow of a Doubt, Louisiana Rain, one of the best closing songs on any Tom Petty record. It's fantastic. It's great. This is the album that got Tom Petty into the stratosphere. It's the one that kind of made them find their own sound, and it's great. But I think because I had the greatest hits growing up, so many of those songs I played to death. That's why this album always ranks a little bit lower for me. Number 8, it's the first of the 2 Mudcrutch albums. This is 2008. This is the first Tom Petty album of any kind that I bought new when it came out. I was very excited about it. I was getting into the Traveling Wilburys at this time, so it was cool to get a new Tom Petty album. A little less than half of the album are cover songs, though, so there's a lot of non-original tunes. Again, you've got lead vocals by Tom Ledden as well as Benmont Tench, but most of these are Tom Petty sung, unlike the second album, which is kind of almost 50-50 Tom Petty and then everybody else in the band. But good stuff on here. They do a version of Lover of the Bayou, which is a latter-day Byrds tune. It's really, really good, kind of a jammy, swampy tune. They do a great traditional song, Shady Grove. Scare Easy is a song that's just classic Tom Petty. Orphan of the Storm is about Hurricane Katrina after that had happened. Then he closes it with this great song, country ballad called House of Stone. Mudcrutch. 7, Southern Accents. Now, if I was picking apart albums with my favorite Tom Petty songs, this would be number 1 by a long shot, because 2 of my favorite Tom Petty songs are on here. Rebels, which opens the album, and then the closing song, The Best of Everything, which is produced with Robbie Robertson and also has Richard Manuel on it from the band shortly before he passed away. But man, if this album had come out as the concept that he wanted it to, with the song Trailer that I mentioned, which ended up kind of in the vaults for years, this would have been a stunner of an album. I mean, the songs that are thematic on here, like Rebels, Southern Accents, Spike, Dogs on the Run, The Best of Everything, are great. But then he's got these 80s type tunes. Big hit, Don't Come Around Here No More, the whole Alice in Wonderland music video. Mary's New Car, It Ain't Nothing to Me. So he's got too many producers. He's got Jimmy Iovine. He's got Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics. It's just, it doesn't flow, and I want it to flow. But anyway, there you go. Number 6. This was the follow-up album to Wallflowers. It was a soundtrack to a film called She's the One. Has some great tunes on here. Again, I love all these albums that I'm showing. I love so much. Some of my favorite tunes on here, you've got Walls, you've got Angel Dream, you've got California, which is my favorite song on here. The song Hung Up and Overdue with Carl Wilson singing on it. Zero from Outer Space, one of his best rock and deep cuts. A goofy song, but it's so good. Check out the song Zero from Outer Space. This is a good record, even with the weird covers on it. All right, top 5. We're going to go with this one. This one jumps around in the top 5 a lot. This is Highway Companion from 2006. It was his last solo record. He did it with Jeff Lynne, who had done Full Moon Fever with him, as well as Traveling Wilburys. And I remember being a kid seeing this set up in Barnes & Noble and Walmart, like up on the shelves, and thinking it was such a weird cover. But fantastic stuff. It's kind of a mix of Wallflowers and Full Moon Fever. And it's got some great stuff on here like Square One, Saving Grace, Flirting with Time. Really, those first 5 songs, just listen to those and see what you think. Gorgeous tune, Damaged by Love. It's pretty much Tom Petty with Mike Campbell and Jeff Lynne doing all the instruments on here. And it's really wonderful. So Highway Companion into the top 5. Number 4, this is the album that came before it. Sorry, before She's the One. Sorry. Wallflowers, again, a lot of people's favorites. It was the second of Petty's solo catalog. Massive record, 15 tracks, double record. He had written a lot more songs on it that ended up on the box set a few years ago, Wallflowers and all the rest. But you've got the title track. You've got, I said Wallflowers, Wildflowers and all the rest. You've got You Don't Know How It Feels. You've got You Wreck Me on here. It's Good to Be King, Honeybee, Cabin Down Below, Crawling Back to You, which, listen to the song Crawling Back to You if you don't know it. Just masterclass in songwriting. Just, yeah, a pretty near perfect record. And it's one, again, that grew on me over the years. I listened to this probably, I was a little too young to fully get it, but having sat with this album now for probably a decade, man, is it good. Number 3. Now, for years, this was my number 1 Tom Petty album. It was also a top 10 album of all time for me. And I think last time that I did my list, this was number 2 on the list. But again, time will do things. And that's going to be Full Moon Fever, the first solo record and the last solo record on my list here. Again, massive FM album for him. You've got Free Fallin', you've got Running Down a Dream, you've got I Won't Back Down, you've got You're So Bad, you've got Love Is a Long Road, which was Facing the Crowd. That was also a video track. You've got the Apartment song on here, which is this great acoustic-y kind of rockabilly song that he did with Stevie Nicks, and then he stripped her voice away and just did it with his vocals. He does a great version of Feel a Whole Lot Better by the Byrds, and I remember the first time hearing that, blown away. But Full Moon Fever, man, there's a reason it's a classic, and it's probably his most cohesive album. But again, I've listened to it so much in my life that it's dropped to number 3. All right, the big 2. Number 2 here, Hard Promises. This is a record I listened to a lot in college. Fell in love with this album. One of the, I guess, earliest Petty albums that I really fell in love with, outside of, the greatest hits and Full Moon Fever. Just a really, really, again, well-constructed song. This is from 1981, also a Jimmy Iovine production. they were hit makers in the day, man. You've got The Waiting, followed right into A Woman in Love. Talking to you there, Gary. Letting You Go is a great tune, like a kind of a light song. A Thing About You is just one of my favorite songs. It's just, that thing rocks. Insider, a beautiful duet with Stevie Nicks. Something Big, he's kind of got this like, you know, snarky voice, and it's great. Hard Promises, man. I've had to live with some hard promises. I'll crawl through the briars. I'm an insider. I've crawled through the briars. I'm an insider. Man, good stuff. So that leaves number 1, the second of the Jeff Lynne produced Tom Petty records. This is kind of where the Heartbreakers were like, hey, he had such a big hit with Full Moon Fever, let us in on the action. And so they put out Into the Great Wide Open. Now, this album really kind of struck me the first time I heard it. Again, off-played in college days. You've got Into the Great Wide Open. You've got Learning to Fly. You've got King's Highway, Two Gunslingers, which is about this, you know, peacemaking kind of song. It's just, oh, it's so good. All the Wrong Reasons is just one of the best songs ever. It's just one of the best ever. It's just, it's everything that I love about music is in that song. The soaring vocals, the harmony, the guitars in it. It's just, listen to that song, All the Wrong Reasons. You and I Will Meet Again is a great tune. Built to Last, Making Some Noise is a kind of like a running down a dream kind of part 2 in terms of the tone on it with Mike Campbell. But yeah, perfect record for me. Into the Great Wide Open, Tom Petty, and the Heartbreakers. So there you go. Sorry it was so long. I didn't know it was going to be that long. But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I want my buddy Josh, JC at the Flip Side, to see if he can do this video. This isn't a thread by any means, but I would like to see Josh do this with his Tom Petty collection. I think that would be a lot of fun. So there you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. In the meantime, y'all be good. Take care, and we will see you on the next one. Bye now.